Most welcome to Really Easy. My dear little friend, what is latitude? I know, friend, your answer will be right. Latitude is the measurement of a distance north or south of the equator. Yes, right. Latitude is measured with 180 imaginary lines that form circles around Earth parallel to the equator. Yes, it is right. These lines are known as parallels. Yes, friend. It divides the Earth into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Right. The distance between any two parallels of latitude is always equal. Yes, it is also right. But friend, 0 degree, 23.5 degree N or S, 66.5 degree N or S, or 90 degree N or S. What is this? Usually distance is measured in kilometers or miles, but in this case the distance is measured and expressed in degrees. Why? My dear little friend, before we begin, those who are studying from class 1 to 12, send us your problem, your question, your doubts of any topic, any subject except commerce. We will try our best to discuss those in our upcoming videos. Now, what is latitude? Are you worried, friend, about this question? No, friend. I am here, your friend Mo. What is latitude? Latitude is the angular distance. Yes, friend. Actually, latitude is the angular distance of a place, north or south of the equator. You know, friend, there are 180 parallels of latitude, 90 parallels of latitude in the northern hemisphere to the north of the equator. There are 90 parallels of latitude in the southern hemisphere to the south of the equator. All lines of latitude are not drawn on a globe for practical reasons. If all the parallels were drawn, then the map on the globe or the atlas would appear very crowded and complicated. Now, friend, the equator at 0 degree is the most important latitude and the largest circle that can be drawn on the globe. It divides the Earth into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The distance between any two parallels of latitude is always equal, you know. The North Pole and the South Pole are fixed points and serves the basic points of reference. 90 degree. Okay, friend? My dear little friend, now 23.5 degree north. The Tropic of Cancer, which is also the northern tropic, is the most northerly circle of latitude on Earth, at which the sun can be directly overhead. When this line of latitude was named in the last century BCE, the sun was in the constellation Cancer, Latin for crab, at the June solstice. 23.5 degrees south, the Tropic of Capricorn, or the southern tropic of the circle of latitude that contains the subsolar point at the December or southern solstice. When this line of latitude was named in the last century BCE, the sun was in the constellation Capricorn. Okay, friend? Now, experiment. Draw the 23.5 degree north parallel of latitude. Friend, using a compass, draw a circle of radius 3 cm. Then mark the center O. Draw a horizontal line through the center O. Measure the angle of 23.5 above the horizontal line, equator here, and mark it. Join it to the center O. Mark the point where this line cuts the circumference as A. Join OA. Through A, draw a line parallel to the horizontal line. This is the Tropic of Cancer. Angle 23.5. So friend, actual definition is latitude is the angular distance of a place north or south of the equator. Okay friend? Friend, suppose 50 degree north. The 50th parallel north is a circle of latitude that is 50 degree north of the Earth's equatorial plane. It crosses Europe, Asia, the Pacific Ocean, North America and Atlantic Ocean. Suppose 66 degree south. 66th parallel south of the latitude is the 66 degrees south of the Earth's equatorial plane, about 61 km north of the Antarctic Circle. It crosses the Southern Ocean and Antarctica. My dear little friend, in this context, a little information for you. At a time when people still thought the earth was flat, Eratosthenes, the chief librarian at the Great Museum of Alexandria in Egypt, 270 to 194 BC, worked out how big the earth is and calculated its circumference to be 40,000 km. At about the same time Eratosthenes made his calculation, he made a second important contribution. He realized that any place in the world can be pinpointed with a basic grid of line of latitude and longitude. For latitude, he divided the world into 90 slices on either side of the equator. Friend, Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of Earth within 24 km of modern calculation. How did he do it? He used geometry. Yes, friend, he used geometry. Eratosthenes observed the angle of the midday sun on June 21st at Syene, present-day Aswan, and at Alexandria in Egypt. Having observed that the angle of the sun differed by about 7 degrees, which is 1/50 of a circle, he concluded that the circumference of the earth must be 50 times this distance between the cities, which was about 800 km. Friend, follow the screen. Today, that's all. If you get any value from this video, consider liking it and stay with me. Bye-bye.